Hey everyone, and welcome to the Alchemy Overview video series. Today, I'm joined by my colleague Boris Stricky from the Customer Success team, Customer Success Guy by day, Data Wrangler Extraordinaire by night. Boris, say hey to the folks.
Hey folks, hi Zach.
Hey, appreciate you joining us today. So obviously, our eyes are immediately drawn to the cool looking charts that we're looking at inside of Power BI. And one of the big things that Alchemy focuses on is great data visualization is really important. Data-driven decisions are a key thing for organizations that we work with, but you need a source to actually bring in the data to actually have pretty looking charts like this. So per a customer request, as you may have read about in the blog post, we actually built a Power BI to Alchemy connector so that you can push and pull your Alchemy data into Power BI. So Boris, why don't we hover over, just sort of show some of that interconnectivity of the data right now in lab work, for example, or innovation management, right, to show the way the data is cut and spliced. Maybe we can go down to the Salesforce integration just to show the way that all of this information is intertangled. But of course, what we really want to show is the source data or source graph that this is coming from. So let's have a look over at Alchemy to get a sense of where this data is being created in the first place.
Sure. So we're entering Alchemy here, and you can see here the source view that I created inside Alchemy. And it's here listed under my views. And I have here this project portfolio for Power BI. So it's a very simple view in Alchemy where I listed all my projects and have relevant information like the project name, template, status, priority, and so on.
Exactly. And here you probably should recognize created by Salesforce integration, Devlin Monroe, Beth Cooper, and you'll recognize that those data points are the same between this system and the Power BI. So if we come to Power BI, we're going to show you a little bit of the technicalities of the way that we actually connect these dots the first go. So let's imagine we don't have this dashboard that looks so nice, and we want to say, okay, I've created a great view in Alchemy or pulled a great data set, and I want to connect that with some other data source. For us, let's walk through those steps of the way we would make that first connection.
Okay, so how you start with getting any other data source in Power BI is with the get data function, and I choose more. And so I already enabled my Alchemy connector here, and I can see it now under online services. And if I scroll down, I have the Alchemy views connector. If I click connect, first time you're connecting, you will need to enter your Alchemy login credentials. I already did that, so Power BI had it saved. So once I click connect, I'm going to have a list of all the available views I can pull from Alchemy for my user. And then if I click on any of them, I can see a preview. And this is exactly the same view that you were looking in Alchemy just a moment ago. So the last thing I need to do is load or transform the data, and the data source is available in Power BI. Because I already have it, I'm just going to cancel.
Perfect. And then last but not least, I think, sort of walking through that user story, we wanted to say, okay, well now, Boris, the dashboard creator, has created a great dashboard, but of course, he's interested in sharing that with a broader audience, some of whom may be Alchemy users and others that may not be. So to take this dashboard and make it sort of a livable, collaborative thing, we've actually taken this even one step further and made it publishable on Microsoft Teams so that individuals, again, with or without a license, can swarm around this information and collaborate there. So why don't we walk through this published capability from Power BI to Microsoft Teams for it?
Yeah. So once I build my dashboard, I just use this function here, publish, where I publish this report to an online Power BI service, and I published it to our Alchemy General Microsoft Teams. So once I did that, I can go here to Microsoft Teams, and you can see here I have a new tab here, Alchemy Power BI Connector. And I have the same dashboard that you were looking in Power BI, and I can do the same data analytics here. For those of you that never added a Power BI connector to Alchemy, is just adding it here under a new tab and adding a Power BI connector and then selecting your connector.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for this, Boris. We appreciate the overview and also the work in helping build that connector for many customers to come. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Zach.